Hello. All right, so let's take that earlier conversation about taking a look at the evidence and let's turn it into writing. Earlier we were looking at the GNC website and we were starting to analyze some of the discourse practices that we saw. So for example, we took a look at this product here and we saw that it used language like clinically studied multivitamin, and then we also saw that it used this symbol and it said physician endorsed. And we started to see a pattern because even on some of the other products we saw similar language, and so here we saw clinically studied multivitamin and then we saw clinically studied, and so we see that they're trying to create some sort of medical credibility. Although the story is a little bit more complicated because there's also asterisks throughout these packages. And when we read what it says under the asterisk, it says that none of this stuff has been cleared by the Food and Drug Administration, is not really meant to cure disease, etc. And so we're in this really interesting middle ground where they create this credibility, although it really serves as kind of this illusion of credibility. And so for us, we could think of that as a pattern. And so then the question becomes, how do we turn that into writing? And so I want to share this document with you here. Here is an example of what I'm looking for in that first section. When we take a look at the evidence, we look for patterns and then we write about it. And so I want to just highlight all of these colors. I realize there's a lot of colors. And to start, I want you guys to see that all you're doing at the beginning of these analytical paragraphs is providing a very clear claim about a pattern that you see. And so if we look at the yellow language here, it says GNC uses medical sounding language and symbols to create the illusion of medical credibility. So that's it. That's what this entire paragraph is about. It's about supporting this claim, illusion of medical credibility. And so all of the blue language here is bringing in support from the evidence. So I'm not going to read it all, but you can see that I say things like clinically studied multivitamin, dietary supplement, B vitamins for energy support. So I'm stealing or borrowing all of that language from the evidence on the website. And then this green language here is the explanation of how you see that support justifying the claim. So I'm explaining what all of these support here, or excuse me, how all of this support here works to create this illusion. And so I suggest that you take a little bit of time just reading this paragraph here and getting a sense of what's happening. Realize that in all of your paragraphs, I'm looking for three things. I'm looking that you have a very clear claim. I'm looking in that you're bringing in direct support. This support can be the language itself. In some cases, you may actually have imagery. So maybe you're going to copy paste an image, or maybe you're going to provide a hyperlink, but you have to give me some sort of support. And then I'm looking that you're explaining how that support justifies the claim you're making. So the paragraphs are relatively straightforward, although I am looking that there is that analysis, that green language, that green, the explanation of how you see the support working. So I hope that this clarifies a little bit, and I look forward to the analytical paragraphs you guys produce. Take care.